The tail gunner on Captain Swarner's last flight wrote a hopefully comforting letter to the captain's parents shortly after Christmas 1943, and wrote, "The skipper will always fly with me in spirit." For the past 8 months, Walter Crockett Swarner Jr. has flown with me in spirit as well. Captain Swarner wasn't born in Texas. His father brought him, his mother, and his little brother Edgar to the wilds of Texas's southern border when he was very young. His cousins remembered his adventurous spirit that undoubtedly began as he explored his new rural world. By all accounts, he embraced his new home state, becoming a Texas Longhorn and demonstrating in his life an audacity, a sense of brotherhood, and raw stubbornness Texans like to pride themselves in. Months before the mass movement to enlist following Pearl Harbor, Captain Swarner left school and enlisted in the Army Air Corps, fulfilling a childhood dream to fly. Co-piloting the Brooklyn Rambler, Captain Swarner executed America's first bombing mission into Europe on the oil fields of Plotzing. A disastrous raid left him and several others as prisoners of war in Turkey. After a year of forced labor, performing aircraft maintenance, and training Turkish pilots how to fly, he and a few others brazenly escaped by stealing their plane back and flying it to safety. There's a photo of him and those men standing beside their reclaimed plane after landing safely in Cyprus. He's smiling broadly, beaming with a sense of pride, ever bit the swashbuckling pilot of recruitment photos. But for all his adventures and successful bombing missions, those are not what his men remembered most. His crew talked about the kindness and warmth of Captain Swarner. He'd stop by their tents to check on them, giving them an ear to bend. The crew of the Whittle Red Wabbit made regular bombing runs on Sicily and Italy's southern cities in preparation for the coming invasion. The crew's last run came on April 30th, 1943. As they turned for home, anti-aircraft fire ripped open holes in the plane, killing one and injuring others. The plane steeply plunged toward the sea below, yet Captain Swarner managed to pull the plane up from an almost vertical dive, allowing the craft to glide into the water, giving his men a chance to survive. Captain Swarner and 3 of his crew escaped the plane, but as they awaited rescue, waves and fatigue took their toll. Captain Swarner drowned. Sergeant Gaffney, the tail gunner, removed the captain's life vest to save another crew member, and watched as his skipper's body slipped below the waves. 2 men survived that crash and returned to their families because Captain Swarner's skill and love of his crew prevailed. Captain Swarner's picture and deeds will always be a part of my life, and shared with thousands of kids, many just like him. But most importantly, as Sergeant Gaffney wrote of his captain, he's in heaven now, in a place where all good soldiers go. He'll have smooth flying now.